This is a question to Anthony Albanese, the entire panel, and essentially to all of Australia. I'm asking the question on behalf of the late Father John Evans from Warragamba, who died several weeks ago, 2013. Sandra Prout from Minchinbury, 2011. Harry Sargent from Glenmore Park, 2009. Robert Green from Luddenham, 2006. Bob Young from Wetherill Park, 2002. Leon Warren from Camden. Alan Reid from Greystanes, 1996. Anne Cork from Horsley Park, 1992. As a community, we've been fighting against the Badgerys Creek Airport proposal since the middle of the 1980s. We know that the proponents for an airport at Badgerys Creek, who also happen to be local landowners, have what they call strategies for dealing with negative perceptions. We also know that they donate to politics, both big parties, on a major scale. On the 1st of January this year, Joe Hockey committed the Liberal Party to building an airport at Badgerys Creek. No one else from the Liberal Party said anything to denounce that. I sent a letter to Minister Hockey halfway through last year. That letter showed a number of detailed things. He knows about this, we've been this before. It shows an obstacle limitation surface plan, which shows that you can't get over the Blue Mountains. They're too high. Right here. It shows a map, the highest risk crash or fatality map, which came from the EIS. These all came from the EIS. If you look at that map, you'll see that it flies not over the mountains, it can't. So it turns to the north over Warragamba Dam and Warragamba Dam Wall in the highest risk crash area. How is that acceptable? On the eastern end, towards Horsley Park, the highest risk crash area covers the two Sydney water supply pipelines, the New South Wales Electricity Supply Centre and the New South Wales Gas Supply Centre. And the EIS noted that if it were to be impacted in an aircraft incident, it would take months or years to restore supply. Months or years for the Sydney water supply and the New South Wales gas or electricity supply, or all three together, entirely probable. The New South Wales State Government submission noted that the pipeline should be buried by 2 metres to protect them. How would that work? In 1996, the Keating government had committed themselves, the Labor Party, to building an airport at Badgerys Creek. John Howard said he'd do an EIS. We had no choice, and the biggest swing in Australia's history at the time was the 11 seats in Western Sydney, and we knew within half an hour of the close of polls, 1996, that John Howard had been elected to government. After 11 years of do nothing, Kevin Rudd, Anthony Albanese and the Labor Party came out and said, we've abandoned the Badgerys Airport proposal. And again, those 11 seats were the highest swing in Australia, apart from Kevin Rudd's own local seat, and returned the Labor government to power. Here we are now, 2013, about to go into another election. The Labor Party haven't said anything about Mr Hockey's proposal or commitment for the Liberal Party to build an airport at Badgerys Creek. So who do we vote for? The Greens? Or Clive Palmer? Because at the moment we're stuck. How much does this have to cost us? How much does money from big business mean over people's lives? Thank you, and over and out. Enjoy the view. Which I can only ever see on middle of school holidays like now, or on Sundays in the middle of the holidays.